Since Justin Gaethje won the lightweight belt against Ilia Topuria as a massive underdog, plus 400, Ilia Topuria was minus 550. Lightweight division has turned into a complete shit show. Nobody knows what to do next. Nobody was expecting Justin Gaethje to win. Everyone was expecting, hey, Ilia Topuria is going to knock out Justin Gaethje in the second round, like he almost did, and he's going to move on and fight Arman. Whoop-de-doo, going to beat Arman. Move up and fight Makhachev. Yippee, woohoo! No, no, no. Justin Gaethje put a fucking stop to that shit. And it changes so much in this division. Gaethje has already lost to multiple people in this division. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the lightweight division my way, which is the fucking correct way, okay? So option one, and this is an alternate reality. If Conor McGregor beats Max Holloway on July 11th, this is the fight that you have to make. It has to be Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight belt. Oh, bro, you're casual, bro. Oh, no, I'm not a casual, dude. You know the UFC is going to do this if Conor McGregor beats Max Holloway this weekend. Max Holloway is a top 4, top 5 lightweight contender in this division. That's honestly pretty justifiable in my opinion. And I don't think they're going to pass up an opportunity like that if Conor McGregor wins. Man, that fight would be crazy, though. And imagine if Conor McGregor wins the lightweight belt. Cinema. Absolute fucking cinema, man. I don't know if it's going to happen. I highly doubt it's going to happen, but I just want to throw that in there as an alternate reality. Conor McGregor winning against Max Holloway. He is going to face Justin Gaethje for the lightweight belt. It is what it is. Let's start talking a little bit more realistic now. Let's say Conor McGregor doesn't beat Max Holloway, which is supposed to, he's not supposed to win. Max Holloway's probably going to destroy him. That's my opinion. But, Ilia Topuria losing to Justin Gaethje, Khamzat Chimaev losing to Sean Strickland. You really have no idea what the fuck is going to happen in the UFC anymore. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I beat fucking Khamzat Chimaev, and I'm going to walk him down, go to war. He won. He fucking won, dude. And, man, I don't think upset's going to happen. So let's get into that more realistic shit, man. I think Arman Tsarukyan should be forced to fight. I don't think he should be sitting out waiting for a title shot at this point. Who has he beaten since Charles Oliveira? Oh, Dan Hooker. Oh, the guy that likes to, go on his favorite little Australian websites. Hey, man, I don't do that. Yeah, you do. You do that. You love those Australian websites with the other men, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a great win, man. Benoit Saint Denis destroyed him. He's just been kind of on a downward spiral ever since he barely beat Mateus Gamrot, which arguably could have been a robbery. I'm not going to lie. I'll give it to Dan Hooker. I'm a generous guy. I wanted to see Dan Hooker win, so I'm a little bit biased. But I do think he barely won that fight. So it's just not a great win. He's like a top 10 prospect. Charles Oliveira, in the meantime, has beaten Max Holloway, has beaten Michael Chandler, has beaten other contenders as well. Mateus Gamrot. Arman lost to Mateus Gamrot, man. No, I don't think he lost to him, actually. He won 4-1. But he has that win on paper, and I think Charles has just been so much more active. You have to reward that in some sense, man. You can't keep rewarding these fucking people that going over to RAF. Oh, I'm gonna wrestle every month, so I look active. You're not active. Fight in the UFC, bro. I want to see you fight Charles Oliveira. That was a close rematch. That was a close fight. Apologies. A rematch, 5-round rematch in like the Intuit Dome of September card. That would be fucking beautiful, dude. And I would probably go to that fight. I would drive from here in Arizona to that fight card, dude. It would be so dope. Run that rematch, dude. And I think whoever wins that can make that somewhat short turnaround if it's in September and fight Gaethje towards the beginning of the year, somewhere around like February, January, March time. Gaethje has said he doesn't want to return until January, February-ish. What do you do with the former reigning lightweight champion, Ilia Topuria, who was supposed to be the future GOAT of this fucking sport, man? I have a perfect idea for Ilia Topuria. I think a lot of people have thought about this. There is another fight that is happening at lightweight on July 11th on the Conor McGregor Max Holloway card. It's BSD versus Paddy Pimblett. He should face the winner of that fight, and it should be somewhere around the same time as that Gaethje, Oliveira, Arman card, whoever it's going to be, whoever the winner of that is. And I think it should be on that same card, to be honest. Two premier lightweight bouts around the same time. You can kind of track them to fight each other again, whoever's the winner of those fights. And man, I'm praying to God that Paddy Pimblett wins this weekend because the buildup is so fucking needed for Ilia Topuria's career. And he needs to flatline Paddy Pimblett, which I think he would. Paddy Pimblett, if you know what I'm talking about, lad. Nobody talks about it, lad. It's like, he's like, nobody talks about it, lad. I keep my chin all the way up in the air, lad. I'd like to get chin. And it's like, dude, chill with that. Don't don't be so bad on defense, dude. And that's gonna be the worst thing for Paddy Pimblett against a fighter like Ilia Topuria. Paddy Pimblett can't offensive wrestle either. He's absolutely fucked against Ilia Topuria. Just let's just put it like that. If you think Paddy Pimblett has a chance, you are a little bit delusional. I hate to say it, but Paddy Pimblett would get absolutely fucking destroyed by Ilia Topuria. I think BSD would also get destroyed by Ilia Topuria. I know I should be talking about BSD too because he's technically the favorite. I don't think he's going to win, but if he does win, then it would be Ilia Topuria versus Benoit Saint Denis. And I still think Ilia Topuria would absolutely fucking flatline Benoit Saint Denis. Unless, Benoit can put that pressure on Topuria and take him down. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe the pressure will be too overwhelming for Topuria. I don't think he's going to get gassed like that, like he did at the White House card. I do think certain circumstances, do influence your gas tank out there. But yeah, I just think Ilia Topuria would basically batter either of those fighters really, and anyone else in this division. I mean, he already beat Charles Oliveira. Arman's a close fight. I'll give him that. But these other fighters in the division, they just don't really stand a chance, man. Then what do you do with Max Holloway if he beats Conor McGregor this weekend at UFC 330? Honestly, I don't even know the number. Why am I talking about it like I know the fucking number? It's McGregor versus Holloway. We all know the fight. If Holloway beats McGregor, then he has a really good claim to fight Gaethje. He absolutely schooled and dominated Gaethje. I would say 4-1, 5-0 maybe. Absolutely knocked him cold out in the last second. We all remember that. I remember exactly where I was watching that shit. It was kind of generational, to be honest. So what does Max Holloway gain out of a Conor McGregor win? I don't really know. Lightweight is kind of a logjam right now. You have up and coming contenders like Ruffy that's still kind of waiting in the wings. I feel like if Holloway won, he would not get an immediate rematch with Gaethje. I think it would be the winner of either an Armand Charles, followed by an Ilia Topuria Paddy Pimblett winner. I think Max Holloway is going to unfortunately have to fight a contender in this division. And to be honest, it's going to be Mauricio Ruffy. And it's a little bit scary to think about because Ruffy could fucking chin him. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it will happen, but there's always a possibility that Ruffy can't chin him. And I think that's kind of what they're going to make Max Holloway do, even if he beats Conor McGregor. They're going to be like, oh, he's fighting the new gen Conor McGregor next. It's like, what else would really make sense for Max Holloway in this division? Diego Lopez is moving up. Like that could happen. I highly doubt it will happen. I feel like they would have already made that at some point, maybe at featherweight. I know Diego Lopez wasn't super highly ranked when Max Holloway and him were in the same division, but I just don't really see that happening in the lightweight division. I think it is going to be something like Mauricio Ruffy. They're really trying to push him. Diego Lopez has already had 2 title shots. It's getting a little bit worn out. Ooh, wait. I have a great idea, guys. Volk versus Lopez 3, and let's make it 10 rounds to completely settle the fucking beef. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, Lob. And, I just don't think that's going to happen. So I just think Holloway's kind of going to get fucked, man. And I do feel really bad for him. Just to go over some of the other contenders in this division, like the Gamera Salakid fight, I think whoever wins that may actually face Diego Lopez or like a Yair Rodriguez that's going to move up from that featherweight division. I don't really know who else they would fight. Maybe they would make Gamrot fight some bum. But I do think if Gamrot wins, like that would be a perfect step up for Diego Lopez into the division. That's like a top 6, top 7 opponent. If he wins, he's going to be top 6, top 5-ish. And then he's going to fight a top 5 opponent, whether that's going to be, Max, Charles, Armand. Diego's already been posting fucking teasers about facing Armand or Charles, which I think he absolutely gets battered. Absolutely gets fucking destroyed by both of them. But it does make it does make a difference in this division. Diego Lopez is the number 1 contender in featherweight, and him moving up might impact some things here. And to wrap up, I'm just going to tell you basically what I see happening in 2026. So I think Gaethje is going to fight an Arman Tsarukyan at the very beginning of the year. I do think Arman Tsarukyan is going to win that bout. Ilia Topuria was able to take him down and put him in positions in full mount, where Arman Tsarukyan has fucking destroyed basically every fighter that he's taken down in that position, including Charles Oliveira. Do you think I'm going to pick Gaethje to defend himself in full mount against fucking Arman Tsarukyan if Charles Oliveira can't do it? Absolutely fucking not. And if you do, you're a little bit delusional. But Gaethje can maybe defend the takedowns. He can box up Arman. Arman's not as good of a boxer. Topuria not as good on the feet, although Topuria looks so fucking stationary. Like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Move your fucking head. Move your head, please, Taporia. Anyways, I think that fight's going to happen. I think Arman's going to win that fight. And when Arman wins that fight, he is going to face the winner of Paddy versus Ilia Topuria. And it's going to be Ilia Topuria, to be honest. And I think at the end of the year, Ilia Topuria is going to win that fucking belt back. I'm serious. I think Arman's going to win. I think Ilia Topuria is going to beat Paddy Pimblett in whatever match that happens at. And that might be around the same time, like I said, in the beginning of the year. It's going to line them up for that next title fight, and that's the biggest fight that the lightweight division has to offer. Arman Tsarukyan's been doing a bunch of promotion for himself, RAF, posting with Nina Drama. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. But yes, posting with Nina Drama, oh my god. And getting a shit ton of Instagram, reels, followers, blah, blah, blah. So good for him, but it does make the fight more, even bigger. And Arman hasn't really lost to anybody in this division in a very long time. I'm not counting the Gamrot loss, I'm sorry. And he's looked dominant basically against everyone that he's fought. So I think that fight's going to happen at the end of the year, but I think Ilia Topuria is going to defend those takedowns and probably knock out Arman Tsarukyan, to be honest. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate the support, guys. Like, follow, check out my shorts, show some support, drop your comments. Peace!